for the land of the free.
Gary T. Love Williams delivered a soulful rendition of our national anthem as part of the annual Juneteenth celebration. A group of Buffalo soldiers raised the ceremonial flag to mark this momentous day. Juneteenth, more accurately June 19th, 1865, is recognized as the day when the last American slaves were freed, 2.5 years after President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation.
Juneteenth does not get the recognition that other historically significant days do, and that's unfortunate. It has been overshadowed by the day that the President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, whose lofty goals could not be achieved until 2.5 years later with the death of more than 600,000 Americans on the battlefield of the Civil War.
This year's event was a salute to women of African descent who served in our country's military.
We need to make sure we're teaching about things so the kids never forget about what that is. So thank you for bringing this to our attention. Make sure that we will have it on our TV. But for our Buffalo soldiers that were still ostracized after they were allowed to serve, thank you for your service.
The American Civil War ended on April 9th, 1865, with a ceasefire between the two armies.
Clark County Television is proud to cablecast a documentary celebrating Juneteenth, an historic look back at slavery and how it was abolished in the 1860s. The film traces the beginning of the holiday and explores the migration of millions of African Americans from the South to other parts of America around World War II. Celebrating Juneteenth was produced by Stan Armstrong and Joseph Meditz of Desert Rose Productions. Commissioner Lawrence Weekly is a student of history and always advocates teaching our youth about our not-so-glorious past.
Our thoughts are that when I think of Gordon Granger and I think of that message that was delivered back to many of those men and women and children who were given that free labor in Texas, who hadn't gotten the word that freedom is free and that your time is up in terms of offering these services to this country who have given you no recognition or thanks. I'm very grateful on this day because it was many of those shoulders that I'm standing on whom have afforded me this opportunity to be here to serve in this community.